Hey everyone, today we'll be going over graphs today. Particularly we will be focusing on iterative breadth first search for a weighted graph, and without any further hesitation, let's get started. And now we're going to perform breadth first search iteratively. Now, in order for us to do so, first thing we're going to do, we're going to call upon by using void breadth first search iterative, and then include our parameter int v. And then what we're going to do, similar to what we did before for our depth first search, except for differences, is that breadth first searches always use a queue. Unlike depth first searches use a stack. So we can technically apply some of the principles that we have already done beforehand, except for the differences is that we will be using a queue in this case. So, and understanding the natures of queues go first in, first out. And while stacks go last in, first out. So some principles that we can actually take, we can use the vector of booleans that we have already made in particular, and this time we're going to use a queue of integers, indicate that as q, and we're going to indicate what has been visited and set the first vertex indicated as true, saying, hey, we've already visited, and we are going to push each vertex that we have visited inside of our queue apparently. And while the queue is not empty, we're going to push what we have done and see each vertex and put it at the front. So v right here, and then we're going to pop the queue accordingly and do a for auto loop, except for differences is that we're not going to use r_begin or r_end like we did for a stack. Inside of depth first search, we're going to instead just use begin and end for our queue. So for auto I is going to be equal to adjacent v at the beginning, while the index does not equal the vertex at the end of the adjacency list. We're going to still increment our index until we get to the very end of our queue, and that means if the visited vertex with its respective edge, I, all the way to first, has not been visited, that means visited I's first weighted. We're going to indicate that as true. And then we're going to keep pushing each index with its respective vertex and its edge by using first as well. Then we will go over here and make sure that we're spelling everything correctly. There we go. And count and L. And so far everything looks good. Let me just build this out, make sure that it's good. Build succeeded. Okay. Now I'm going to head over here, and similar to what we did for depth first search, except for we're going to be using breadth first search. So BFS iteratively starting from vertex 0, and instead of DFS iterative, I'm just going to go BFS iterative, and we're going to start at 0. We're going to build this, make sure it's all good, build succeeded, perfect. And we're going to run this, and we get the following output that we have over here for breadth first search. Since breadth first searches goes based on levels, while depth first search goes based on depth, which is why we get our respective output, in this case, understanding in particular the differences between breadth first search and depth first search overall. I also have a following infographic to explain and showcase. Now, this is how we build breadth first search iteratively. Now, let's head over and focus on building breadth first search recursively. Hey everyone, thank you very much for taking time to watch this. If you found this video helpful, be sure and feel free to please like and subscribe. And if you do have any other questions or suggestions, please put them in the comment section. And as always, take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.